inside Lincoln Financial Field, home of the Philadelphia Eagles. It's time for another playoff game, folks. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Philadelphia Eagles here in the NFC wild card round of the playoffs. The playoffs began earlier today with the Colts and Ravens for the AFC wild card. And the Colts managed to upset the Ravens. We'll provide more details about that game at halftime, but in the meantime, it is time for Philadelphia versus New Orleans. So, you should know that road teams are currently 1-0 in the playoffs. The Saints are the road team. So will they be able to pull off an upset against Philadelphia tonight? Or will the Eagles go all out and win this? Because the winner of this game will travel to the Motor City for the NFC divisional round game against the Lions, as the Colts will be battling the Texans in the AFC divisional round, because the Texans and Lions both got the first round bye for their divisions as they finish number 1 seed. We got Jameis Winston, and we got him against Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson's former team, the Baltimore Ravens, lost today to the Colts. But without further ado, we're going to kick this one away. Our broadcasting partner will be back in a minute. But without further ado, here's Justin Tucker to boot this one away. And we are underway here in Philadelphia. Here's Shaheed to return for New Orleans. And he returns it to his own 24 or 27-yard line. And that is where Jameis Winston will go to work. There's the stats from 2 seasons ago for Jameis Winston. We'll technically count those as last year's stats, but here we go. So first down and 10 from his own 27. Winston goes to work, trying to help New Orleans move on in the playoffs. Quick pass, and that's caught. And he's wrapped up at the 32, gain of 4. The Saints went 8-2 during the regular season. The Eagles went 9-1. That is caught. How about that? Overlay with the catch. Winston gets it away, almost throwing an interception. Welcome to the one viewer. You only missed about a minute as Cox gets there. Fletcher Cox with the sack. It's going to be 3rd and 23 now. Winston fires a pass to Michael Thomas, and it's dropped. And New Orleans will put this one away, as here's Gillikin. Nice punt there. What is he doing? Get the football, bro! New Orleans just got the football back because he's sitting there shoving off that guy. He touched it, so New Orleans can take over. And guess what? A drive that was supposed to end poorly for the Saints just put them in the red zone. Or 2 yards shy of the red zone. Winston has to get it away, and he fires a completed pass now into the red zone to Johnson. Winston fires this to the end zone, tipped and incomplete. Winston sitting another one for it all. Almost intercepted by Darius Slay. 4th and 5. They wasted that field position. Only a gain of 5, are you kidding me? As here's Lutz on for a field goal try, and it is good. So Lutz sends it in. It makes it a 3-0 game. Probably should have scored a touchdown there. But the kick is in the air. As our broadcasting partner has finally joined. So you haven't missed a lot. You missed a couple minutes of the game. And the Eagles muffing the punt and the Saints kicking a field goal. Jackson rolls out of the pocket, launching one for Devontae Smith. What a catch! 52-yard reception for Devontae Smith.
Oh, good catch.
Jackson firing for the end zone, picked off. Devontae Smith still gets the tackle.
Eagles and who?
Eagles and Saints. Pass is caught. Flag on the play, though. It's defensive interference, but I would imagine they're going to decline that. Which they do, because they want the yardage. Alvin Kamara rushes for 5 yards there. Winston fires, pass caught, flag on the play again. Defensive PI again, but again, gonna decline that penalty because they want the yardage. Winston, firing, pass is incomplete, intended for Olvey. Winston gonna use his legs, gets the first down. So what are you thinking of the way the Saints are moving the ball so far?
Well, they're the great hustlers. They're doing great. They're 3-0 right now. Did they get a touchdown or something?
Yeah, and keep in mind, this isn't the regular season. You can't just lose a game and go on playing next week. This is the playoffs. If you lose, you're eliminated. You're not playing again until next season. Gets it away. Nice catch, Michael Thomas. The guy's out here looking like Patrick Mahomes. Throwing passes he probably shouldn't be throwing because he should have been sacked on multiple occasions. And he still ends up throwing them somehow. Winston gets it away quick, incomplete, almost intercepted. Well, you can hear them chanting, "Let's go Eagles," but New Orleans in a great shot to score. They do, touchdown. Reception for Alvin Kamara.
Touchdown for the Satans.
Nice catch by Kamara. And when he caught that, he was in the end zone. So there was no way they could have stopped him. And Lutz on for the extra point to try to get them to a 10-0 lead. And does it. So Lamar Jackson had that big play. And then it gets intercepted in his red zone. And that's how that one results.
So the first quarter, 3 minutes to go. They're 10-0.
Oh, nice return there. All right, this is where Lamar Jackson's going to have to try to turn things around. You're already down 10-0 as the home team. Your first ever playoff appearance in Summer League history. You don't have time to monkey fart around. Jackson can run, and he's going to. He runs for 12 yards. Gets rid of it on the run. Touchdown Watkins. Philadelphia on the board. All right, so after pending the extra point, we're going to have a 3-point game here. What do you do if you're Philadelphia? As the extra point's good.
Please keep going. This is 10-7. Philadelphia's catching up really quickly.
I think you just got to stop Kamara and Winston. They're both the biggest threats. And even Michael Thomas, that's a big threat. You got to lock him up. And you might be good in this one. That's a good return there. To the 28. Winston. Gets rid of it to Alvin Kamara, gain of 1. Kamara with another insane catch, and Winston with another insane throw. Throws it on the run, intercepted! Darius Slay! I think that time Jameis Winston should have kept running there. I don't think he should have ever threw it, but I mean, sometimes it's the NFL. Sometimes players get a little cocky. They're throwing great passes on the run. They throw that one that's not so great, as that's incomplete.
We have 24 seconds on the clock.
Going for that first down, stopped a yard shy. And that should bring us to the end of the first quarter. And it will. So after one, here in this NFC wild card game between the Saints and Eagles, the Saints lead at 10-7 on the road here in Philadelphia. And let's get started with the second quarter of play.
Look at all these fans out here. We at least have it.
Some of these fans are not going to be very happy after tonight, unfortunately. Jackson sending it to the right side of the field. It's incomplete, intended for Go Dirt. 4th down and 1. At the opponent 49, they're going to... It's Justin Tucker. They're going to try the 66-yard field goal with him. Can Tucker knock it through? No, he just missed it. How bad was the miss?
Oh, it was.
Oh, he just missed it. Justin Tucker misses the field goal, and look what that's going to put New Orleans on the opponent 44 heading in the other direction. So they're a few yards shy of field goal range themselves, and they're actually in field goal range now.
If they're closer, you probably would have got it.
So Jameis Winston can rest easy. Intercepted again, never mind. Maddox with the pick. Both teams have 2 turnovers. Sending it, picked. One play interception back the other way. Just like that Indianapolis Baltimore game earlier, no team wants to lose, but unfortunately one has to. Because keep in mind, these games cannot end in a tie as Olave comes down with another one. There has to be a winner in these games, though. They're the postseason games. Winston. Plenty of time to throw it, does, but it's going to be incomplete as he's hit as he throws it. Winston hands off to Kamara. He's stuffed after a gain of 1. 3rd and 8. That's intercepted. By Gardner Johnson, who will be going to the Lions. Incomplete, intended for Goddard. Still throwing it that way despite throwing the pick last time. Goddard getting stopped before the yard to gain, 2 yards shy of it. 3rd and 2. Not very good plays for the Eagles. Lamar had to run a little backwards to try to gain some more yards and actually lost the yards because Cameron Jordan brings him down. And now the punter's going to have to punt from his own end zone. So the Saints start with it in enemy territory again, and the last 2 drives they have done nothing but throw interceptions in enemy territory. Alvin Kamara, nice gain of 6 there. Jameis Winston takes it himself. Well, at halftime, we're going to talk about the keys to Baltimore's loss to the Colts earlier today. And what a catch that was from Michael Thomas. And we're going to talk about the games on tomorrow and Sunday. And then we'll be back with the second half to determine who's going to play the Lions in the next round of the playoffs.
I gotta. Just to the. That reminds me. I just forgot. I just remembered.
This time for the fullback, trying to fight his way into the end zone and can't. Gain of 4. What were you saying?
I do have a football game. I haven't decided what it is yet, but Tuesday.
Okay.
Like,
Incomplete, intended for Landry. And they're gonna go for it. You gotta take the risk. That's incomplete. So the Philadelphia Eagles take over at their own 2-yard line.
Who's your choice to win this game? Who do you think? Who do you want to win?
I don't know that. Oh, that's picked!
Oh.
What a pick! What a pick! What even was that? He just came out of nowhere. Halfback toss not gonna work. Loss of 3. Nobody has scored this whole second quarter yet. Hard to believe. Kamara fighting for his second rushing touchdown and gets it.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Lutz on for the extra point attempt and knocks it through 17-7. What in the world was that pick, partner?
Well, that was a really good pick. That was a great catch.
That reminds me of Malcolm Butler in the Patriots versus Seahawks Super Bowl 49, picking it off at the goal line, which sealed the victory for the Patriots. It looked like a true Patriots loss, and instead he intercepts it at the goal line. Like the Eagles saying, we all knew, quick pass there, but Watkins is brought down before he can get any more than 3 yards.
We are second quarter, 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and 17-7.
Throwing that as he gets tapped, and that's intercepted. May with the pick. And Winston's going to get sacked. Reddick, who I thought was a NASCAR driver, sacks him. Incomplete. They might have to punt. And he gets sacked. Two-minute warning. Saints are going to have to punt, though.
2-minute warning with 17-7.
They're going to have to punt from their own end zone. It's blocked! Touchdown, Philadelphia! A blocked punt leads to a Philadelphia touchdown. And now New Orleans only in the lead by 3.
That was a good catch from the Eagles.
Either way, it was going to be points for the Eagles. If the Saints covered it or if the Eagles got it. The Eagles got it, and they got 6 points out of it.
Philadelphia catching it really quickly.
Yeah, Philadelphia's not out of this one yet. Incomplete. Multiple interceptions could have happened there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's caught. Nice catch there. They can extend this lead before half.
Alright, no doubt about it. They'll get another touchdown.
Winston is trying to move the ball before half. And even if they have to kick a field goal, I mean, it's not ideal. You'd only lead by 6. But you're going to have to take points when you can get them. Nice catch there. And honestly, they can let some of the clock tick down because you don't want to leave too much time for Philadelphia to match your score. If you do score here, there it is. Nope, incomplete. 61 seconds to go until halftime. Incomplete again. Michael Thomas couldn't make the catch that time. And he's sacked. Back at the 25. Do you take the 42-yarder? Or do you go for it?
If I were them, let's go for it. And there's 50 seconds left.
Here they go for the field goal. Oh, it's a fake! And that's incomplete! Honestly, I really don't blame them for trying a fake field goal there. What is 99 doing? He could have caught that. That could have been a turnover right back the other way. The ball came out, but then it went out of bounds. That's incomplete. And Philadelphia is going to go for it here because why not? I mean, Devonta Smith with the catch. Philadelphia has a chance to tie this game up before half, as that's in field goal range. Flag on the play, pass incomplete in the end zone. Offensive pass interference. And that will be accepted, so it will be first down and 20, and they'll be out of field goal range now. A sack will end the half. He's going to send a short pass. He's going to flip it. Oh, he's going to try to flip it back to his lineman, but they were on the same page. And Cameron Jordan comes away with the fumble, but not much time to do anything here. There's not that much time to do something here, but you can try to do something here.
1 second left in the quarter.
With 1 second left, I don't know. You're going to need to just heave it.
17-15. Halftime.
Winston sends it. He's going to get stopped well shy of the end zone. And that will take us to halftime with the Saints up by 3. So we're going to talk about the Colts and Ravens game from earlier. The Colts are moving on to the next round of the playoffs after they beat the Colts 30-24 on the road. How did they do it? Well, here's how it was. Touchdown Ravens, 7-0. Field goal Colts, 7-3. Touchdown Colts, 10-7. Touchdown Ravens, 14-10. Touchdown Colts, 17-14. Touchdown Or no, field goal Ravens to tie it at 17. Touchdown Ravens. 24-17. And then field goal. No, it was touchdown. Touchdown Colts. Then field goal, then field goal. And that's how they won it. Because they got the touchdown to tie it up at 24. And then they got 2 field goals. And the factors really to their loss, before we kick this one away, the factors to the Ravens' loss, Kyle Allen just turning the ball over too much. Not really protecting it. And unfortunately, he gave it right back to Nick Foles. Nick Foles was able to run down the field, get his team a couple field goals to get the win. As we resume the second half of this game to determine who will play the Lions next week. Jackson sending it for Devonta Smith, who makes the catch. Into field goal range. That's incomplete, intended for Devonta Smith. Third down and 4. If they can hold Philadelphia to a field goal here, they might be able to go down and score a touchdown.
Which have been in this
4th and 2. Oh, Philadelphia's going to go for it. Might as well. Oh, that's going to pay off. He's going to get sacked. Jameis Winston and his crew back to work. And that's incomplete, intended for Landry, and I'm not sure how he wasn't able to pull that one in. He had his hands on it. That was bad. Winston's going to use his legs to get a few yards back here. Jackson pumping up his team. 3rd down and 3. Fires to his fullback for the first down.
everything Wednesday versus the Lions next week.
Yep, and Olave, there's no reason he wasn't able to catch that. The undefeated Lions are going to welcome one of these teams to Ford Field next week.
Right.
Making Jameis Winston run is not going to help you win this game any. Just a fact.
Definitely.
Instead, giving the ball to Alvin Kamara and having him get the first down for you will win you this game. Winston has to get rid of it. Incomplete. Whoa, what was that?
Oh, what was that?
Oh, I think I know what they're going to do here, partner. QB sneak, and it's going to work. The Eagles were not ready for that. You can tell they were completely caught off guard. We saw one of those earlier in the Colts game. Courtesy of Matt Ryan. That's caught by Landry. His first catch of this game. Congratulations, Jarvis. Winston has to get rid of it. Flag on the play, incomplete. Intended for 11. Whoa, there's a scuffle down there. Offensive pass interference. That's going to back him up. What is 78 doing? He does not want his team to win. That's one thing's for sure.
Penalty for the New Orleans 78.
Incomplete. What was that? That should have been a penalty.
Oh, that most definitely should have been a penalty.
Has to get rid of it. Incomplete. Michael Thomas couldn't make the catch. Defensive PI that time. They're going to get all those yards back. Are you kidding me, Philadelphia? You had a potential stop there to try to get the lead again, and you give them all the yards back, and guess what? Elvin just now got them to the 1 yard line.
Good move by Elvin.
They're prepared in case Winston sneaks it, but he's not going to. Elvin's going to jump into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
And Lutz trying to make it a 10-point game yet again.
23-14.
And they do make it a 10-point game.
Good kick for the New Orleans. Look at all those fans excited.
All the New Orleans fans excited, but the Eagles fans, you can tell they're not disappointed yet. If this was the fourth quarter, I'd expect some Eagles fans to not be very happy. Look at that! He's going! That's going to be a touchdown. Never mind, he slides down to try to be a smart aleck and stops at the 1. But this better be a touchdown here.
He's tried though. If he would have spit a little later than that.
Incomplete on the first pass. If I'm Jackson, I'm handing it to Sanders here. And Lamar takes it in himself. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown. We're going to score the 24-20.
They're going for 2.
Oh, intercepted. 20.
That is intercepted and returned all the way back. That would have actually been 2 points for the New Orleans Saints. So instead of it being a 3-point game or potentially a 2-point game, it is now a 4-point New Orleans lead.
Like you said, the Eagles fans know it's coming.
Well, they might want to be getting scared because I think the Saints might be getting an extra trip in the season next week. Fun fact about this field actually hosted one of the championship games for the Summer League season. The Detroit Lions won their first ever national championship on this field back in 2020 against the New York Giants. And back during the 2019, 2020, and 2021 seasons, it did not matter if the teams were from the same conference or not. They were allowed to play each other in the big game. But in 2022, the league said, nope, it has to be a team from the AFC and a team from the NFC. So, if some team like the Falcons, who are in their first playoff berth since 2021, which actually have made 2 national championship appearances, making it in 2019 and 2021, if they want to get back, they're going to have to get their revenge against the Lions, because the next season, in the 2021 season, the Lions beat the Falcons in the championship game 52-49 with a late field goal. Then last season, to win their 3rd straight championship in a row, they beat Kyle Allen and the Ravens 35-29 as Jared Goff connects with Danny Amendola in what would be his last career NFL touchdown, and it was a game winner to give his team their 3rd championship in a row. What a way to go out. Nick Sirianni might want to start getting scared here. Look at New Orleans just moving the ball. Going for Kamara. Kamara spins out of 1 tackle, but can't avoid the second and is brought down. Kamara fighting his way to the end zone. Gets stopped at the 1. This should bring the 3rd quarter to an end. And it will. So, alright, 4-point game going here into the 4th and final quarter, partner. One of these teams will be having a nice offseason. The other one will be traveling to Detroit. Who do you think is going to Detroit? Well, there's a touchdown for New Orleans.
Touchdown, New Orleans. 30-20. 10-point game.
So who do you think's going to Detroit next week?
Honestly, I'm going to have to say New Orleans.
Yeah, see, looking at the momentum New Orleans has, 31-20, 11-point game, they could potentially be traveling to Detroit next week. But, looking at the time left in the game, still 9 minutes, 58 seconds. Couple of turnovers, and honestly, I think the Eagles can score a couple of touchdowns and get back in this contest. Especially if they score here. They got to score here, and they got to keep New Orleans from scoring. And I think that they got this.
Philadelphia fans, they can always happen. And they can always turn around and come back and win the thing.
Quick pass to Sanders, who's just going to dive for it to avoid the hits. Also, we forgot to tell you the game's tomorrow, but technically later today. And we will tell you those real quick. As they have to snap the ball real quick, though. Lamar has to throw out of the sack. Fires incomplete. Flag on the play. Alright, so the game's later today. For the AFC, it's the Jaguars and Steelers to determine who moves on to the 2nd round. And the winner of the Jaguars and Steelers will go up against the winner of the Browns and Chiefs from Sunday's game. In the divisional round. And for the NFC later today is the Cardinals and Falcons, both teams making their first playoff appearance since 2009 or 2021. And the winner of that game will play the winner of the Giants and 49ers from Sunday night. And yeah, that'll be that.
What time's tomorrow's game at?
The AFC game starts at 3:30. The NFC game will follow that game. Philadelphia looking to score. He's running. Throws incomplete. Jackson's hit, and he's taken down. If New Orleans scores again, you might want to consider this game over. And they stop him! They stop Philadelphia from scoring. Honestly, New Orleans can just run as much time off the clock as they want to make sure that Philadelphia at least doesn't have enough time to get 2 touchdowns.
Philadelphia will get.
Winston has to step back to avoid the rush. Fires. He's got Olave over the middle. Out to the 25.
Yeah, partner, I think the New Orleans will go and face the Lions next week.
What a catch there. And yeah, it's looking like New Orleans here because, like I said, their goal here, take as much time off this clock to make sure Philadelphia does not have a chance to come back in this one. And the Saints, in their first ever playoff appearance, will be traveling to Detroit.
You're going to have a lot of bummed out Philadelphia fans, but that's what it is.
There's always next season. I mean, hey, it's an honor to get to your first postseason game, and that's what Philadelphia did. Oh, what a hit that was. You love to see it for New Orleans, but as much as you love to see it for New Orleans, you hate to see it for Philadelphia. I mean, a perfect season, 9-1, and they're bound to lose this game. This would be the second 8-2 team that has beat a 9-1 team in these playoffs, and Kamara across the line to gain. Now, keep in mind, Lions have the momentum. They won the past 3 championships in a row. Could the Saints potentially upset the Lions next weekend? Which is, in reality, next Friday. There it is, a pick! A turnover for Philadelphia. And all of a sudden, if they manage the clock well, they could probably score 2 touchdowns here. But a turnover, and this game is most likely over. Knocked away, incomplete. And he's hit out of bounds, 3rd down and 5. And they're going to have to go for it on 4th. Jackson trying to run away, and he's going to get sacked. 4th and 22, Granderson is in for the sack that time.
It's 31-20. Oh.
Goddard trying to get the first, and he's stopped. New Orleans trying to seal it with another touchdown, but they don't necessarily need another touchdown or field goal. But a touchdown will seal it for them. Or a field goal.
Let's see if they can get another touchdown here. Sorry to say this for Eagle fans, but this night's not for them.
Incomplete, flag on the play. That is interference. That's going to be an automatic first down. Unfortunately, it was not the night for Eagles fans. And New Orleans can score here to seal it. And Kamara does get in for another touchdown. This is going to seal it. New Orleans comes in here looking like the team the Eagles is going to blow out to go play the Lions. And they have a 38-20 lead with 3:31 to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, might as well call it now. This is definitely the New Orleans. 18 points ahead.
What a game by the Saints. I think if they can upset the Eagles, guess what? I hate to say it, Detroit, but they can upset the Lions too next week. And potentially get closer to their first championship game. Because the Lions have appeared in 3 championship games. The Falcons have appeared in 2. The Giants appeared in 1. And the Bills appeared in 1. And they actually... The first ever national championship was between the Bills and Falcons. Bills beat the Falcons overtime. Second was the Lions and Giants. Third was the Lions and Falcons. And the fourth was the Lions and Ravens. And the Ravens have 1 appearance as well. But they will not be getting their second this year as they lost to the Colts. And it looks like for Philadelphia, they won't be getting their first this year.
Well, I guess, partner, what it comes down to is the New Orleans could upset the Lions next week, and they could win.
They could. I mean, if they can upset Philadelphia, who went 9-1 during the regular season, they could upset a 10-0 team. Keep in mind, they are on the road again, and they're on the road tonight. This is huge momentum winning this game. But also, Detroit is stacked, and I think at this point you're going to have to accept defeat and punt. Never mind, they're going to go for it still. He's going to get the first. So we reached the 2-minute warning, and New Orleans has this one wrapped up, but good fight by Philadelphia, definitely. Launches one, and caught at the 9 by A.J. Brown. A score here trying to make this game respectable, incomplete for Sanders. The Colts upset the 9-1 Ravens. The Saints gonna upset the 9-1 Eagles here.
1 minute and 21 seconds left in the game. Yeah, it's 1 minute left. This is definitely the New Orleans.
Incomplete.
50 seconds left on the clock.
Fires to Sanders on 4th and goal, knocked down. The Saints can just come out and go into victory formation and kneel this clock out. What a win for the Saints. And they will be traveling to Detroit next week as they continue their fight for the championship. However, the Eagles will have to do some off-season workouts, maybe get some new players, and figure out how to come back stronger next season. One more kneel here to wrap this one up, and Winston does it. And despite a bunch of turnovers, Winston delivers here in Philadelphia.
New Orleans will go and face the Lions next week. New Orleans is your winner. The game final 38-20.
38-20, the final indeed. And Detroit, I would be scared if I was you. And fun fact, before this game, everybody bet against the Saints. They bet that Philadelphia would win this game, and they said they'd win it 41-9. Well, unfortunately, Eagles fans, you lost 20-38, so that's how that one works for you. And look at that, outscored in every quarter except for the one where the Eagles scored 7. They beat them in every part except for the average yards per play.
Next week, tune in to FS1 to follow the Xfinity Series race at Charlotte. And after that, you'll be watching the Saints versus Lions.
And tomorrow, at 4:30 p.m. You'll be watching the Cardinals and Falcons right here on YouTube TV Network. And now this is the second 8-2 team to upset a 9-1 team. The Cardinals are 8-2 and the Falcons are 9-1. That one should be a good. That one should be a good game. And meanwhile, but funny thing is, the Falcons are actually on the road, so it will be a win for the Falcons. Then you got the Jaguars and Steelers. Jaguars at home. Jaguars are 8-2. Steelers are 8-1-1.
Good job, the Saints. They take home the victory. They will move on to verse the Lions at Ford Field in Michigan.
And the Lions might want to start biting their nails after that one.
Exactly.
A team that was last good when they had Drew Brees, and even Drew Brees could not get them to a championship game, or let alone a playoff game when he was on them in the Summer League. Jameis Winston does it this game, and I think he can do it next game too. Alrighty, folks. Well, we're going to say so long from this game. Be sure to tune in tomorrow here to YouTube TV Network for the Cardinals and Falcons beginning at 4:30. Until then, so long.